Next we are going to see the next type of the quadratic polynomial. How to factorize the next type. That is the fifth type. 2x square plus 7x plus 5. 2x square plus 7x plus 5. Now how to factorize this? What is the difference between the previous 4 quadratic polynomial and the fifth one? In the first term, the quotient of the x square is given more than 1. I already told you, if the quotient of the x square is more than 1 is given, you have to do steps for 2 or 3 steps. Then only you will get the factors. Okay. Now see, here also the same rule. What are all the rules you followed in the first 4 types, you have to follow the same rules for this type also. Right? Now see how the terms are given. All the terms are in plus, isn't it? All the terms are in plus. If all the terms are in plus, I already told you the center term, you have to take it as a sum of 2 numbers, isn't it? Then you have to take the last term as the product of 2 numbers, isn't it? The same number, a product of the same 2 numbers. But here we can't take only the last term because the quotient of the first term is given. So we have to take that number also, and you just multiply these two, the quotient of the first term and the last constant number, and we will get the product as 5 2s are 10. You have to take that as a product. You multiply these two and you will get the product of the 2 number. Okay? What is the product of the 2 number? 10. Now can we write this multiples for the 10? 1 10s are 10 and 2 5s are 10. Right? I told you. What about the center term? Center term is a sum of 2 numbers, isn't it? So you have to get the number as 7. Sum of the number as 7. Now add it. 1 plus 10 is 11. 2 plus 5 is nothing but 7. So you can take this. 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. Then what you have to do? You have to write the first term. I already told you, you have to do some steps for this type. Write the first term and the last term as it is what is given in the problem. Then you split the center term based on this. Okay? Here I am going to write the 7x as 2x plus 5x. Okay? I am going to write plus 2x first and plus 5x second. Why I am writing the 2x first? Because you have to see that இங்க இருக்கிற நம்பர் வந்து நீங்க பார்க்கணும். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டேர்ம்க்கு இருக்கிற அந்த கோஷன்ட்டுக்கு அட மல்டிபிளா இருக்குதான். அந்த மாதிரி இருக்க நம்பரை what you have to do? You have to write first without changing a sign. சைன்ல எந்த சேஞ்சஸும் இல்லாம நீங்க எழுதணும். புரியுதுங்களா? சைன்ல எந்த சேஞ்சும் பண்ணக்கூடாது. That is very important. Just you are replacing the number அவ்வளவுதான். Now you take the first 2 number. What you have to do? See any common terms are given here. Yes, if you take the number, you have to take 2 as a common. Then if you take the variables x you can take. Now we need x square, so I have to put x inside the bracket. Then see what is the sign for the second term. Plus is given. If plus is given, you have to put plus here. If minus is given, you have to put minus here, right? Next 2x we need. 2x plus 1 we will get 2x, isn't it? You multiply and check it. 2x into x, 2x square, plus into plus plus, 1 into 2x, 2x, right? And if you are getting that the first factor as x plus 1, we can write that x plus 1 for second term without checking any terms, okay? And take the third term. what is the sign given here? If plus is given, you put plus here. If minus is given, you just put minus here, right? Then see the number what is given. What is the quotient given here? 5. Here what is the quotient given here? 1. When are we going to get the 5? When you multiply 1 by 5, you will get 5. Isn't it? 1 5s are 5. Then what is the variable given here? X is given. Here x. So no need to put any variable. You just multiply plus into plus plus 5 into x 5x plus into plus plus 1 5s are 5. We got the third and fourth term? Yes. Now we can write the factors. What are all the factors? These two we have to join together and write 2x plus 5 as one of the factor, and out of this x plus 1, out of 2 we have to take 1, x plus 1. These two are the factors for this type of quadratic polynomial. Do you follow, children? Next, we pass on to the next type. We pass on to the next type. That is sixth type. 3x square minus 8x plus 5. 3x square minus 8x plus 5. Now see that. What is the first step we have to do? We have to check whether this is a sum of two numbers or difference. Isn't it? Now see, what is the condition for sum? I told you, if all the terms are in plus, then what is the second condition? If center term only in minus. If center term only in minus. Center மட்டும் minus இருந்தாலோ இல்ல எல்லாமே plusல இருந்தாலோ என்னது sum of two numbers னு அர்த்தம். இப்போ இங்க பாருங்க இருக்கா? So I have to take this as sum of two numbers. Then product how can we get? Here also the quotient is given for the x square as more than 1. So I have to multiply these two and I will get the product. So 5 3s are 15. 5 3s are 15. Can you write the multiples of 15? 1 15s are 15. 3 5s are 15. Here see in which multiple you are getting that sum as 8. This 16 will get. If you add these two, we will get 8. But we have to get that answer as minus 8. How can you get minus 8? Minus 3 minus 5 is equal to minus 8. Now, what you have to do? As previous sum, you have to write the same procedure. First term and the last term, you have to write it right as it is what is given. Then I am going to split the center term minus 8 as minus 3x and minus 5x. Right? Now see what term you have to write it first. Minus 3 you have to write it. Why? Because here what is given? Minus 3 is nothing but multiple of 3. So, to simplify the term easily, I am going to write the term first. Then I am going to write the second term as minus 5x. Now see that, take the first two terms. What are all the terms common? 3 and x is common. Now take x inside. 3x into x, 3x square. Then what is the sign given here? Minus is given. If plus is given, you have to put plus. Now see that 3x, we need the second term as 3x. What you have to do? If you multiply 1, you will get 3x. Now check it. 3x into x, 3x square, plus into minus, 1 into 3x, minus 3x. Then you write that x minus 1 as it is. Now see the third term. What is given? First you have to see the sign, then quotient, then variable. What is the sign given here? Minus. If minus is given, you have to put minus here. Then see the quotient, what is given? 5. Here 1 is given. How can you get the 5? If you multiply 1 by 5, you will get 5. So I am going to put 5. Here x is given. Here also x. No need to put any variable. So you check that third and fourth. Minus into plus minus, 5 into x minus 5x, minus into minus plus, 1 5 is 5. Now we can write that factors x minus 5 as one factor, and out of these two I can write 1, x minus 1. Right? Next we will do the 7th type. This factorization of a quadratic polynomial is very, very important, children. So all of you learn this, recall everything, do by yourself, and then start to do the problems based on this. In the 7th one, 2x square minus 4x minus 6. Now listen how to do this. What is the difference between the previous two? The previous two, the sum of two numbers is given the center. How can I identify? If all the terms are in plus and if the center term only in minus, you come to the conclusion that sum of two numbers is given in the center term. Isn't it? Now what is given here? All the terms are not in plus. Only the center term is not as a minus, isn't it? So you come to the conclusion that this center number is nothing but difference of two number. Okay? Now how can you get the product of two number? You have to multiply these two. How can you get the number, product number? 6 2s are 12. Now you write the multiples for 12. 1 12s are 12. 2 6 are 12. 3 4s are 12. Then you have to get the difference. Difference means subtract the number. Subtraction of two number. You have to get the value as 4. Okay? If 4 varum paruga difference. Illa varadu. Idla you will get 4. But we have to get minus 4. How can you put minus for that? If you need that center term in minus, what you have to do? You have to put minus sign for the greater number and plus sign for the smaller one. Right? I will get minus 4. Now as same as the previous sums, you write the first term as it is and the last as it is, and write the center term as minus 6x plus 2x. Here what number you have to write it here? 2 you have to write first, because the multiple of 2 is given as a first term quotient. So I am going to write 2 here, but you have to put the sign as plus 2, because sign for 2 is only plus, right? Don't change the sign. Then you write the 6. Don't forget to put minus for the 6. Now take the first two terms. What are the common terms? 2 and x are common. Here x plus 1. Now we check it. 2x into x, 2x square. Plus you have to put plus 1 into 2x, 2x. Then what you have to do? Simply you write that factor what you got. Then you see the third term. If minus is given, put minus here. If plus is given, you put plus. Then see that what is the quotient given here. 6 is given. Here 1 is given. How can you get 6? 1 6 are 6. Then what is the variable given here? No changes in the variable. Here also x, here also x. Now you check the third and fourth term. Plus into minus, minus 6x, minus into plus, minus 6. Right? Now what are all the factors? 2x minus 6 and x plus 1 are the 2 plus. In this type, the last and final type, the 8th type. 5x square plus x minus 6. Now how can I do this factorization? Here, no, all the terms are not in plus and center term is not in minus. So, you come to the conclusion that the center term is the difference of two numbers, and you multiply these two, you will get the product of these two numbers. 6 5s are 30. Try the multiples for 30. 1 into 30, 2 into 15, then 3 into 10, then 5 into 6. You have to get that answer as difference as 1. How can you get the answer as 1? Here, where we are getting? Here only you are getting the answer as 1. But you have to get plus 1. So I am taking 6 minus 5 equal to plus 1. So here also you write the same procedure. First term you write as it is and the last term as it is. And you split that x as, you have to write first, what number you have to write? 5x you have to write. Don't change the sign. Then plus 6x. Now take the first two terms. What are the common terms? 5 and x are common. And write that x. Put minus here. Then 1. 5 into x, 5x square. Plus into minus, minus 5x. Then you write the factors automatically. Then you see the third one. If plus is given, put that plus sign. Then see what is the quotient here. 6 is given. Here 1 is given. 1 6 are 6. Then 6 into x, 6x plus into minus, minus 1 6 are 6. Now what are the two factors? 5x plus 6. And out of these two, x minus 1. Okay, do you follow, children? Do you follow the factorization of the quadratic polynomial? These 8 types all must know how to do.